Shannon, are you surprised that the Cowboys are favored by 4?
No, they're at home. And the Packers, Devontae Adams didn't practice yesterday. Brian Bulaga was limited in practice. Starting right tackle, one of the best receivers in all of football, didn't even practice at all. So, no, I'm not surprised. The Cowboys are at home. The Packers are last in defense, and although they didn't show it last week, the Cowboys can really run the football. And I know when I played, when a team, we could run the football, especially when TD was there. When a team shut us down, Skip, from running the football, we made a concerted effort the next week not to let that happen again. We wanted to make sure the team that we were going to play, that what you saw on tape last week, that's not going to happen this week. We're going to run the football. Now, the Packers have had a problem stopping the run, be it on the road, be it at home. That poses a problem.
Maybe they're going to say, we're not going to do this again. We're not going to let them do this to us.
Whatever.
Okay.
The Cowboys and Zeke Elliott will make a concerted effort to run the football, because when they can run the football, then old Dakota Prescott can do what he does really, really well, which is play action. He ain't Peyton Manning in the play action game, but he's pretty good, Skip Bayless. And I would skip out, you know what? We talked about this, and I was like, okay, the Packers look good offensively, but defensively. But I'm like, I don't know how good. Because, Chicago and Trubisky and Kirk and First Cousins, I don't know. Really, can we let's see if they play someone with offensive talent, what they look like. We got a glimpse. No matter what you think of the Cowboys or how far they're going to go, will they make the playoffs? If they make the playoffs, how far they're going to go? They're very talented offensively. And that poses a problem for Green Bay, especially if you can't stop the run. So, no, I am not surprised that they are favored at home. They should be favored at home. Maybe if this game was in Green Bay, maybe it would be a one-point game for Green Bay, because I think right now Cowboys are more talented than Green Bay. They're a better football team probably right now than Green Bay. So I'm not surprised they're favored. That doesn't mean because you're favored, you're going to win, because they do have that old equalizer. Old equalizer,
What's that?
That old role that Denzel reprised. Oh, yeah, Be careful.
So you poor mouth the Packers, but you've made the case all week that they're going to walk away with this game because they got Aaron Rodgers, and I'm stuck with Dakota Prescott.
That's not what I said, Skip. That's not what I said.
Yeah.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to coax me in to try to get your little 2 cases back, but it's not going to happen.
Really?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
What I heard coming out of your mouth earlier this week when you were so full of yourself.
If we had Devontae, he was practicing healthy. Bulaga. So
I'm going to make a prediction right now. I will bet you. I won't bet due on it. I'll just bet pride on it. I'll bet you Devontae Adams shows up and plays on Sunday. You know why? This is America's team at Jerry World in America's Game of the Week on Fox at 4:25 Eastern. This is lights, camera, action. And the last time I saw Devontae Adams at Jerry World, he was catching the game winner when he bullied poor little Jordan Lewis, 5'9" on the last throw of the game from the greatest thrower of the football ever, Aaron Rodgers. For the game-winning touchdown. And so I just figured Devontae will play.
Well, he should have been celebrating when he broke up the first one.
Yeah.
He out there celebrating, talking about incomplete.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, okay.
He's a rookie.
Yeah.
From Michigan. And Michigan can't play, as you always tell me. Coach Khaki Pants can't play, right? You're going to see them
I'll be there
soon, right? Yep.
Actually today.
Actually today. There you go. Bingo. And again, Amari Cooper admitted yesterday he is limited. He did practice, and he said he'll try to go. I just don't think he'll be Amari. Maybe Michael Gallup will try to go. I told you that surgery is not that big a deal, and he said the doctors have completely cleared him after 2 weeks later from meniscus cleanup surgery, arthroscopic. And he said, now it's just a matter of what's in my head. Can I trust my knee enough to go out there? But he did practice. So now back to Jenny's question. I am not surprised either that the Cowboys are favored by 4. In fact, I actually thought they might be favored by 5 or even 6 in this game, because I'm going to remind you, they were favored by 22.5 over Miami. That is the biggest spread of the whole NFL season. So somebody in Vegas is saying that team is a powerhouse and capable of blowing people away. And I'll remind you, they were favored, my Dallas Cowboys, at New Orleans last Sunday night by 3.5. At New Orleans, they were favored by 3.5, and we know what happened.
What happened?
Nothing good happened. This week, I'm going to remind everybody again, Pro Football Focus, a lot of respect for Pro Football Focus, still ranks the Dallas Cowboys as their #1 team in the National Football League. And I'm going to remind everybody that this week, right here, right now, ESPN's Football Power Index, FPI, still says the likeliest Super Bowl matchup is Dallas-New England. And our Fox Bet almost concurs, because it's barely their second choice for a Super Bowl. Right here, right now, is Dallas-New England. That's after their first choice, which is Rams-New England.
Correct.
I'm going to remind you that all this is great, but it means nothing.
Absolutely
It's
nothing.
great, 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 and it means nothing. Now, I challenge my football team to go back this up, to go be that, to do that, to pay back Aaron Rodgers for his last two trips to Jerry World have not been things of beauty for my Dallas Cowboys. And I'll remind you, in that playoff game back in 2016, my team was favored by 5.5 and lost to Mason Crossbar on 2 intercontinental field goals from 56 and 51 yards. The 2 worst hit off-the-foot field goals I've ever seen that actually made it over the crossbar twice. One was a shank, like a slice, if you know golf terms, and the other was a snap hook, and both of them made it. I don't know how, but it took that for Aaron Rodgers to prevail, to survive at Jerry World in that game. And then the last time they were there, and that was week 5 of 2017.
What happened?
My team was favored by 2.5, so you say 3 for home field. So it was kind of an even-Steven game. And my team led 21-12 at halftime and 21-15 after 3 quarters. And here came the greatest transcendent thrower of the football ever. And we lost 35-31 at the buzzer, thanks to Davante Adams over tiny little tiny Jordan Lewis. We were a little overmatched on that matchup. So my point to you is that there's still a lot of payback here. And remember, there's payback for the Dez catch game. Could we just see that one time? Just for posterity, just to get us in the mood. There's still payback here.
For what?
To Aaron Rodgers.
Y'all paid him back. You went back, Skip, you went back in 2016 and beat him, remember?
Look at it. Was this not a catch?
No, it's not a catch.
Okay? And I'm going to remind you, there's still a bunch of Dallas Cowboys who played in that game who are still on this team.
Ain't nobody on that team but the offensive line and Jason Witten.
Jason Witten. How about Sean Lee?
Sean Lee.
Okay, and most of the offensive line was there. Ty Smith was there, right?
Yeah.
Travis Frederick was there.
And Martin.
Zach Martin was there. So they're all there. They all know how that felt to see their guy robbed. That's the all-time robbery.
It wasn't robbed out.
You know, every time you see that, that's a catch.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest, boldest catch you'll ever see.
Calvin Johnson rule.
It's not. There's no. I don't care about the Calvin Johnson.
That's the rule.
He caught it. He ran with it. And he tried to slam it on the goal line because he is left-handed.
You must maintain possession throughout the entirety of the act.
And the ref over there in the corner, he raises his arms, and I don't think he wanted to smell himself underneath. He just actually wanted to raise his arms for a touchdown.
No, he didn't.
So my team owes them, but my team has to go do that because everybody thinks my team is really good except you and everybody else on the show except me.
Skip, you went back in 2016. You remember y'all guys went back and you beat them Dak rookie year and you was up here pounding the table and you like, we have arrived and we're going to be this good and that good.
That was raw rookies, Dak Prescott and Zeke, just going up to Lambeau and just crushing them. They annihilated them. They intimidated Green Bay.
And they needed to pay
that score was 30-16. It wasn't even close.
But Skip, the Packers' greatest weakness is the Cowboys' greatest strength.
Yep.
One team can run the football, and the other team is worse in the league at giving up 5 yards a carry.
I'm glad you brought that up, because so far, I'll be the first to admit, my team has been more about potential than performance. And my team this week faces one of the all-time identity crises that you will ever see. Because to your point, Green Bay has been disastrous against the run. They've been the worst team in the league defending the run over the last 3 games because they gave up, 198.
198,
Minnesota,
176.
149 to Denver, and then 176 to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
All 3 of those games were at Lambeau. So now you got to go on the road on this carpet against Zeke, and you would say, what should the Cowboys' mindset be? I'm telling you right here, right now, I'm going to dig in on this. My team is a passing football team. That's what this team is.
Okay, play action
2019 version. I didn't see much play action at New Orleans.
Because you couldn't run.
Okay. No, that's not true.
You couldn't.
The point is, my team throws it better than it runs it. And I'm still a little shell-shocked about what I'm not seeing from Ezekiel Elliott, because I'm not seeing a burst. I'm not seeing much wiggle, much make you miss at all at the line of scrimmage. I'm not seeing make your own yards.
What was Davis Carr's top 15 offensive players this year? Okay. Top 5 was who?
Okay, but
your guy was not the quarterback.
Zeke was 3 and he fell to 5.
Okay,
that's that.
Where was your quarterback?
Runaway train of hyperbole.
Where was your guy?
Everybody's ranked Zeke higher.
Where was your quarterback?
He was 14th. He was the 5th quarterback ranked.
Okay.
So he's a top 5 quarterback, says David Carr. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.